that crime is massively up.
Crime is not massive.
Look at this guy. Look at him. Boykin's about to lose his mind. This guy's having a meltdown on TV, man. That's why, Boykin, you're bald-headed like me, man, because you get too excited. Look at you. Republican Byron Donalds, everyone's favorite Republican, goes on Abby Phillips' show on CNN. He lets them have it.
Donald Trump taps into American carnage as voting gets underway across the country. And is he getting policy ideas from a B-list Hollywood movie? Well, that's because what he is saying sounds like it was ripped from the pages of The Purge. It's a movie franchise, but here it is.
Come on, The Purge is pretty popular. She said B-list movies.
Business, right? They don't pay rent. The city doesn't have it's a chain of events that's so bad. One rough hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately. End immediately.
One day of whatever you want.
You said 1 hour. And he's joking, right? You need to tell me the Democrats are so stiff, right? They got a post stuck so far up there, they don't know when people are joking. Now, everybody doesn't go on this stump speech and repeat the same old talking points like Kamala Harris. Some people have a good time. Some people just, they get their points out. Don't get it twisted. But they also like go off script, bring up popular music, bring up popular movies, quotes, analogies. Yeah, see, this is where they try too hard.
I guess it is a literal movie plot, but real life policy?
Well, it's not policy. And this is red meat for the base because they don't ask questions about, well, how would you do this and how would this work? It's just red meat. And I think it works for the base. But it reminded me of The Purge first. And then it reminded me more of the Hunger Games.
Donald Trump is a colorful guy. So they go in there and they know Trump's going to be himself. He's going to say wild things. He's going to be entertaining. He's going to hit you hard with the make America great stuff, but he's going to have a good time too. You know this. But Kamala goes up and she does her speeches and she starts going on tangents about things that have nothing to do with anything. When she's bringing up where she lived and she's bringing up the babysitter who helped take care of her and her sister. And she's talking about all this other boring, tired stuff. You guys never say anything. You're quiet. At least Trump's talking about stuff we can relate to. A lot of people saw The Purge. Not a lot of people saw Kamala's apartment building and know the babysitter who ran the daycare center.
People in swing states who are undecided who want to hear policy solutions, not stuff like this.
But in all seriousness, Congressman, is he suggesting that cops can do whatever they want for a day and that will actually solve the problem?
No, he's not. And even the clip you just played, what is it, 5 seconds for Donald Trump, an hour speech? I think a lot of times people say, oh, well, he said this. For 5 seconds, yes, he says things that are unscripted.
I gotta say, Byron has the guts to go on CNN. I don't be seeing a lot of Democratic Congress people going on Fox or Newsmax or any place that's not friendly to Democratic Congress people. Byron to go into the lion's den. So you gotta, I take issue with a lot of, his policies. Some of his policies, I don't rock with him. But the guy's got guts. He'll go anywhere, like around you guys.
He goes off the cuff. He's not serious. There's no policy behind that. But I think where the American...
Look at this guy, Boykin, man. He's becoming more sassy than rolling, man. This is sad. He's rolling his eyes. Jesus. Did he realize how bad this looks on TV to sit there, grown-ass man in his 50s going, Jesus. Because he said Trump wasn't serious when he talked about The Purge. Now they're saying that Trump meant it. He meant it literally, huh?
People truly are, is they at least want to hear what somebody is thinking full-throated versus Kamala Harris, who is completely scripted. Badly scripted.
I guess I wonder
nothing coming out of her.
The policy then?
That's what Abby had to talk over him, then she doesn't want you to hear it. Let me back it up a little bit. Abby's like, oh, gotta shot at Kamala, gotta talk over that. Can't have that getting out on the air.
But I think where the American people truly are is they at least want to hear what somebody is thinking full-throated versus Kamala Harris, who is completely scripted, like badly scripted.
I guess I wonder,
and there's nothing coming out of her.
What is the policy then? If it's not that, then what is actually the solution?
He wants to make sure that police are supported, so they're upholding the law. In every city in our country, I was in Duane Reade last night here in New York, just trying to get razor blades so I can get a fresh shave for today. I had to press the button for the attendant to come to open up the case just so I can get a pack of razor blades. That's what's going on in every major city of America. Americans are fed up with that kind of stuff. It happens because you do have a dereliction of support for law enforcement in too many cities in America. And so there's a major angst going on.
There's a lot of reasons why people are breaking in and taking more stuff now. First of all, most shoplifting, that comes from in-house, right? So the majority of stuff that's getting stolen out of stores, especially particularly retail stores, that's going to come from inside. That's going to come from employees. Okay, but yeah, the uptick in like retail theft, that has a lot to do with people's pockets too. So that also ties into the administration. That ties into goods being more expensive. But I don't consider retail theft to be a major problem when it comes to the safety, right? But I get his point. Like, it is annoying when you got to go and unlock the damn thing. But come on, man.
Donald Trump said a comment for 5 seconds. That's not setting policy. That's revealing the angst of the American people.
Donald Trump has a history of saying inflammatory things. It's not just those 5 seconds, Congressman, and you know that. He has a history that goes back from the time when he first ran for office, and he's talked about telling people in his rallies to knock the crap out of him. He had a history, even when I was working here at CNN, he was telling people how CNN is the enemy of the people. And you know what? A guy named Caesar Sayak sent...
No, he said CNN was fake news. Particularly when you were there, Keith. See, Keith got to start working for Bill Clinton. So that kind of tells you what his politics is. And a lot of people, I guess maybe you're a fan of Bill Clinton. I never was a real fan of Bill Clinton. I mean, I was young when he ran and said, this guy with the shades on, but his policies were mostly garbage, right? He was the one who passed all those horrible bills. Your boss, Boykin. We ain't gonna go into that. Boykin's about to go into he's gonna throw a fit. He's gonna throw a Roland Martin-esque fit in a minute.
Bombs to this building or not to the other building that CNN used to be in and tried to kill people. Donald Trump says things that get people hurt. When he talked about liberating Michigan, what happened? Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan, they tried to kidnap her.
Oh, that was a BS plot, and it was, man. They fabricated that. They ginned those guys up so they could get a conviction or get those guys charged. I don't even know what happened with that, but that was not, you can't put that on Trump, man. That was because the people were pissed off at Gretchen Whitmer there in Michigan. They ain't got really much to do with Trump. But I guess now, see, the Democrats are on defensive, right? Here's the deal, guys. Democrats are feeling the heat because, there's been 2 attempts on Trump's life. And the Democrats have been talking nonstop about the guy for the last 8 years. Now, Boykin's going to say, hey, it wasn't the 8 years of trashing Trump on every major liberal-leaning news entity, CNN, MSNBC, CBS, ABC. Nah, that wasn't it. It was Trump's fault. He did it to himself, not us. They talk more about Trump when he wasn't running than they talk about Kamala when she was in office. So calibrate that, right? Put that into the equation. How can you trash Trump? How could you be more critical of a guy who wasn't in office, wasn't in power, not in nothing? He's just a regular citizen for the last 4 years. He got more negative coverage than Kamala did and Joe Biden did. And they were the president. They were the current administration. And Boykin's going to make the argument that Trump has been more volatile and more, he gets more back, more publicity and put out more negative content out there than all these entities talking negatively about him. Come on, man. See, that's why people don't trust CNN. And that's why they call it fake news.
There's a plot to try to kidnap her. Every time he says something that's just 5 seconds, inflammatory statements like that. What happened when we have January 6th? It's because Donald Trump opened his big mouth and wouldn't shut up.
Now, if somebody said that about Kamala, it'd be over. If someone said Kamala had a big mouth, this guy would literally, his head would explode. Yeah, him and Roland Martin, their heads would explode. And Jennings, look at Jennings. Jennings like, I can't believe this guy's talking this. He's getting really spicy over here. He's also being a flaming hypocrite is what he's being. He's also being a flaming hypocrite, y'all, because he knows he would never talk like that about Kamala Harris. And Kamala Harris needs to be told some things too, but they would never do it. Or Joe Biden or any other Democrat. So it's just the hypocrisy of the CNN, the Clinton News Network. Yeah, I remember that. Let's bring that name back and dust it off. Which is probably how Keith Boykin got his job, because he was Bill's guy, right? Clinton News Network, Bill Clinton, Boykin.
And wouldn't shut up. And I wish at some point, Congressman, you would at least have the courage to stand up to your...
Damn, he says he should have the courage. Personal attacks there, Boykin. Yeah. Democrats are starting to get desperate, man. They're getting desperate to the point where, like, if there were favorability ratings, they'd be going down for the Democratic shields right now. You could smell the desperation just pounding off that wool blazer that Boykin's wearing. Yeah, it's not going too well for the Dems, man. It's desperation mode. They have to now offer up a pound of flesh for Kamala. Because if they don't, and she loses, there goes all those parties people want to go to. Not going to be any in crowd. So right now, they're throwing everything against the wall, and they're trying to bait Byron. And what I like about Byron is he never takes the bait. He never gets upset. I need to be more like Byron. Don't get upset with these people.
To your dear leader and tell him when he's doing wrong.
Are we going to talk
now
about the rhetoric?
Don't just apologize for him.
Are we going to talk about the rhetoric directed at Donald Trump? Because we do realize that he's been trying to kill.
Are you going to continue to try not to answer the question? So you're not going to answer what I just said?
Hang on one second. Let's talk about that.
What did you just say? What are you supposed to say? You said basically he's a jockstrap carrier. As if you're not carrying someone's bra strap, Boykin.
Let's actually talk about rhetoric, because
I mean Kamala, by the way.
Trump supporters have been saying.
People hear this violent, dangerous rhetoric, and we're going to have a copycat. It's coming. And it's just unfortunate. Somebody's going to get killed.
I'd say that's pretty strong evidence that the left needs to tone down the rhetoric and needs to cut this crap out. Somebody's going to get hurt by it.
It works when we see the liberal elite literally trying to take out a political opponent. Now, do they cause it? Absolutely, they contribute to it. They're complicit with it because of their words.
So according to those gentlemen there, saying that Trump is a threat to democracy is violent rhetoric, but Trump saying, let's just have one.
He's a threat to democracy. Trump's rallies are an hour long, and he freestyles half of it, right? Maybe more than half of it. It's a freestyle. And then you come back and you pick out one bar or 2 bars, and you keep playing it over and over and over again. Like that was the album, and you know it wasn't. And then you say, I see he's inciting violence, when wouldn't it be the person doing the editing who put the violent clip out by itself?
Really violent day. That is not violent rhetoric?
No, he didn't say one violent day. That's not even
Trump
what he said. But let's be honest about what he actually said.
Can we
play it again.
Trump
again? Play it again, because he didn't even say that. But go ahead.
Can we play it again?
I want to hear it.
Look, Byron, I want to hear. So that's how I need to be, man. You just let it flow off me like water off a duck's back, man.
All these stores go out of business, right? They don't pay rent. The city doesn't have money. It's a chain of events that's so bad. One rough hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately. End immediately.
Just go have one rough hour. Get rid of all the scumbags. Get rid of all the people. You know what? I think it would be interesting if we had 1 hour. We went through Washington and we got all the hacks. Hell, better yet, let's have 1 hour, right? When we go get all the corporate media shills. All the sold out Democrats are in corporate media, carrying water for Kamala Harris. Like that guy from Kung Fu when he carries the base of hot water. That's sort of like all you shills is carrying the water for Kamala. What if we had 1 hour where we could just take all of you out? And I don't mean take you out literally, I mean figuratively. just like give you all like laryngitis. I don't know. You know, or make you wear some type of garment over your heads or something for being chills. I mean, because I'm just saying, man, at some point, we need to call out all the corporate media hacks that curry water for the Democratic Party, man, that don't call it straight. Like, none of them. And look, I'm saying, like, I don't agree with everything Trump says. I don't have to agree with everything he says. He's at a rally talking smack. Now, if he goes too far, you hit him. But you guys take it and you make it seem like he went too far. We all know that he was joking here. He wasn't saying cops should do this. And are you trying to suggest that cops are so dumb that Trump can do a rally and say, if we could have only 1 hour to deal with all this crime anywhere we wanted to, we knock it all out? You really think that there are cops that you really think there are cops that dumb that would actually go and do this? Is that what you're afraid of? That there are cops that will do this? Now, if you think we got cops that are that dumb, we need some new cops. You must think this is going to create cops who are going to actually try to purge crime by going and breaking every rule they were ever trained, every constitutional right of every citizen. That's what you're saying. I mean, I get cops. I call cops out all the time, but I don't think they're that stupid. And if they do, they should all go to jail expeditiously. I don't even know what we're talking about. What are we talking about?
How is that not violent rhetoric?
We have to acknowledge the reality going on in every city in America.
Not answering the question. Not answering the question.
That is answering the question. Because the reality in America, hold on, Keith, the reality in America is that crime is massively up.
Crime is not massive.
Look at this guy. Is Boykin the co-host? Boykin's the co-host. Now look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Boykin's about to lose his mind. This guy's having a meltdown on TV, man. That's why, Boykin, you're bald-headed like me, man, because you get too excited. Look at you. Look at this guy. Boykin is crazy. This guy's loony. What is wrong with this guy? Somebody give him a discount massage appointment.
America, hold on, Keith. The reality in America is that crime is massively up.
Crime is not massively
yes,
up. That's a lie.
You can bang the table all you want, but
you're
that's
lying,
not true,
Congressman. You're lying.
We already know that there are cities.
The FBI just released data this week that crime is going down.
We already know that.
Oh my God! Why do you, Abby?
Hold up! You said going down. Is it down or is it going down? Now, how long was it up, Boykin? How long was crime up, Boykin? How long was it up? Was it up for a while, Boykin, like 3.5 years, and now it's starting to slowly creep down? Or has it been down for a while? Is it at the valley? Is it at its lowest point, Boykin? I mean, is this the way you like people to talk to you? Is this the way you talk to others? Would you like to be talked to this way? Huh? Would you like to be cut off and yelled at, Boykin? So what are you talking about? Why are you lying, Boykin? Why are you lying out of your face, Boykin? You should carry water for Kamala Harris all the time. Why are you carrying water for the vice president all the time? And why are you carrying water for the Democratic Party and definitely ignoring your responsibility to the American people? Why are you lying up here, bold-faced lying about what's happening in our communities across this country? Why you defend this horrible administration? How'd that feel, Boykin?
I'm not lying. I'm telling you the exact truth.
Not right.
You may not
You're a
want.
liar,
You may not.
Congressman.
No, I am
You're
not.
lying.
Because you're lying to the American
Keith,
people
if
now.
you would let
And
me
so I want to be
talk,
respectful of what you're trying to say.
Hang on a second.
Go
If
ahead.
you would just let me
Go ahead.
talk, I will explain exactly what you.
Yeah, she don't need your help, Boykin. You overstepping, baby. This ain't the Keith Boykin show. This is the Abby Phillips show, man. So cool your heels. You know what I'm saying? Cool your heels. Getting all saucy, Santana. Calm down. We got this. All right? It's all right. It's okay. Abby got this. Let me ask him a question and you stop acting like we on the boy Keith Boykin show. Let a black girl do her magic.
You want me to explain? We have the data. The FBI literally put out data today showing that crime is down this year for the first 6 months of the year. But look at the trend line. Okay, crime is down in all these different categories, and then there is a trend line that shows that crime is going down. So
January to June.
why do you continue to say that?
I do think, though.
Come on, John.
But I do want the congressman.
Hold on. Look at the. I'm sorry. Damn. Look at the grid here. This thing just barely ticked down. Like it's like barely like doing like it's like very small, man. It's a very small man. It rose like hell. Look at 2021. That's all Biden. I didn't even know it was this bad. Why'd you put this on the screen, Abby? Why'd you put this on the screen? This makes this. I don't know, man. Maybe Abby and the crew they actually want to pull for Trump, because I didn't know Abby was a Trumper. That's what they say when you present facts that are not appealing for the Democratic Party or for the Kamala Harris ticket. When you point out facts, that means you're a Trump supporter. So I guess Abby Phillips a Trump supporter, because this makes Biden look horrible. I mean, look where we were in 2021. Look where it was in 2020. Then look where it was when they took office. Yeah. Not good. That's bad. Byron's probably like foaming at the mouth. He's probably drooling. Like he's like, oh, let me get this. Let me get this.
Do you think, though, in some
I'll let you get in, but I do want the congressman to answer that question.
If you look at crime rates in the United States since the pandemic to this current period in time, crime is up.
Okay,
over the years, crime is up. Violent crime is up.
Look at the chart.
I'm looking right now.
Okay?
I'm looking right now.
Crime is on its way down. It has not returned to pre-pandemic levels yet, but it is trending down. That is a fact.
I'm looking at your chart right now. 2021 is when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris came into office. Look at that spike up in violent crime. Donald Trump.
Do you see where it went after 2021?
Abby, this is important. This is important. But
I don't understand.
This is really important.
Crime is going down. And
put the chart back up. Put the chart back up.
Put it back up. Crime.
Look at 2021.
What chart are they looking at, man? Obviously, look at 2021 to 2022. Then 2023. I mean, it's a very slight change between 2022 and I guess you could say, I mean, technically it's going down a little bit, but it's nothing like where it came from. I mean, Jesus, man. Jesus. Violent crime really dropped. And it's not at 2015, 2016. Yeah, it's a little bit better than it was in 17. A little higher than it was in 19. Yeah, I get the point, but it's not good if you're looking at this grid, especially when you see that huge dip and then it does like this and shoots back up. I mean, that makes Biden look bad, don't it? Doesn't it?
Which is when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris came into office in 2021.
Okay.
The trend line is up for violent crime in the United States of America.
And you know what?
That is an empirical fact.
I'm not going to sit here and let
chart.
this
It's not even mine. I just saw it for the first time. I just saw the chart.
I'm not going to sit here and let him lie on that
But I want to.
No. Wait 1 second, because we have to. Hold on.
It's not silly when people.
We have to.
Congressman,
and I'm sorry.
Just give me 1 second,
please.
Go ahead. Of course.
We have to deal in facts here.
Thank you.
Okay. It's clear as day. The FBI put out statistics for the first half of this year.
Yeah.
The trend lines are going down in all of those different categories: murders, rapes, robberies, property crime, aggravated assaults. For 2023, the trend line is going down. If you don't believe the FBI, independent people who look at these numbers say the same thing. There was a spike in crime during the pandemic. That is true. Nobody's disputing that. But the reality is that crime is going down. You don't have to twist the facts to make the case that people feel unsafe. Just say people feel unsafe.
I'm not even twisting the facts. You put up a chart. I just looked at the chart myself. The bottom line was from 2021. Well, what happened in 2021? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris came into office. This is when Democrat politicians were all the rage for defund the police.
This had nothing to do with that.
Can I finish my point? Because I'll let you speak. No, but you can't.
You really did not. You monopolized the
because
entire conversation for the most part.
Keith, you yelled across the table, didn't even let me make my point. I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. That's the problem.
Man, Boykin's whack, man. Like, he's the I guess I thought he was the one they brought on the show. Byron Donalds is the one they brought on the show that's not usually on the show. He's the guest, right? And This guy wants to be a attack dog. He wants to, CNN, do you want to give Boykin a show? Maybe he wants a show. So he can yell at people and scream and lose his damn mind. Is that what works on CNN? I mean, I like it. I got no problems with it. We can yell at each other all day. I can get a lot louder than Boykin. I know that. And you know what? I'm not going to be a shield. I'm going to tell the truth. So I'm going to win the debate because people are going to be able to see through and see exactly what Keith Boykin's doing. He's cooking the books and flaming the narrative in order to justify Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's whatever they failed in. He's going to do his best to counter that. So that's what he's going to do. And I'm just going to hammer the establishment, whether it be Trump or whether it be Biden. So that's what it is, or Kamala. But yeah.
Problem.
Let me let you finish.
The problem is you don't want to hear the truth.
Let me let you finish your thought,
All I'm saying is similar.
I don't even know why you have him on the stage tonight.
Similar to inflation, because I'm bringing facts to you.
Because you're lying.
Because similar to inflation, in 2024, the trend lines are coming down slowly. But that ignores the reality of 2021, 2022, 2023. You know what the American people are concerned about, which Donald Trump is speaking to? Massive inflation brought to us by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
True.
It is very true. Even Larry
That's the number one, dude. That's the number one issue that Americans care about. That's the economy, and it's inflation on the price of goods and services. That's absolutely true. And that is concerned with whatever the hell you talking about, Keith. They're talking about their money, their pockets, their cost of living, the cost of being able to get some food on the table, drive a car, take the kids out for a meal on a Friday or Saturday. Like, that's where really Americans are concerned with. They're not concerned with this, man. This back and forth. And they damn sure don't care about a 5-second clip about the purge that Trump said at a rally that you guys put on repeat in order to try to scare people like Trump is going to let the cops run wild and just kill everybody for a day. Man, I tell you.
All you want, but it's the facts. I was in the House. You were not. I know exactly what happened.
I know what you were doing in the House,
But again, I'm going to move on. Hang tight, Keith.
Oh, he said, I know what you were doing in the House. Look at him. Look at this guy, so saucy. Saucy. I tell you, man, politics is a weird game, man. People talk a lot of smack, man. That's why when Roland Martin was talking that smack, and then he went to, he took his ass to Chicago, and that guy he was talking smack, he met him in Chicago. Yeah, security. Yeah, Roland tightened up real quick then, and that's sort of what Keith Boykin would do if he went to Florida and ran into Byron Donalds. Security. I'm
going to finish.
Thank you.
You have massive inflation created by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
True.
The same chart you just put up, 2021 through 2023, crime rates going up, and then slowly tapering off in 2024. And then we're supposed to sit here and act like, oh, happy days are here again because the trend lines are going down. The trend lines over the last 4 years are massively up. That's what Donald Trump is speaking to, and that's why the American people have serious issues about what's going on in America.
But I will say this. The trend lines are not just going down, but the crime is going back to very close to what it was before the pandemic.
Hey, man, it is what it is. I think Byron Donalds won this round. Save for, Eric Boykin losing his mind, man. Keith Boykin lost his mind, man. Hey, look, guys, I'm thinking maybe Keith needs an appointment with a masseuse or give some CBD gummies or something. Just level him out. Guy's about to lose his damn mind, Keith. Go for walks. Hot yoga, do something. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, man. I think Byron Donalds, he held his own here. I'm not saying I agree with everything he said, but when the opposition gets that unhinged on you, you're doing something right. Or they wouldn't be pissed. Oh, and Boykin, don't step on the woman's feet like that, man. That's black girl magic working. Look at you jumping in here. Buffaloing your way in. You gonna let him lie on your show? She got this. Play your position. Big dog. Ugh.